Coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Well, look at there, everybody. Welcome to another edition there. Hello. Hello there, Gary Spikes. We got Crystal, Midwest Night Watchers, John, Anna D, a little twisted. How you feeling backstage? How you doing, little twisted? Hello, everybody. And let's see here, Denise, Roger, Kathy, Rosemary. Hello, Julianne. Nice to see you there. Penny Van. Of course, we got Liana. Nice to see Liana. Ooh, a lot of energy here. Nice to have you. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the wheel. What everybody's want. You know I got the wheel. And look at Peter. I love having Peter on the show, always. So yes, you know the deal. There's the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. So get your numbers out. 0, 0, 0, up to 36. And yes, lovely Rebecca has two spins since I messed it up last time. So, all right, Tio Rio, everybody, get your numbers. Of course, Gary, 0, 0. Penny Van, 27. Liana, 35. 27. 35, 13, 15, 24, 11, 18, 11, 18. All right, here, 0, 1. And this time, I will definitely, 0, 0, Eric, read the numbers out before we spin. Little twist, it's 15. Make sure I do not miss anybody. And Denise, I'll make sure I got you numbered this time. Make sure I click everybody. All right, Anna, 11. Cassie, let's see here. Oh, so they're not highlighting. That's what it is. When I click on it, Midwest, 16. Tammy, 22. Midwest, 16. Yeah, I have to double click on these. I see exactly. Woo Woo. Hello, Woo. Nice to have you. All right, here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make sure. Let me go through these numbers. I have everybody in line here. So, Penny Van, I don't have you. Julie, I do not have you. Liana, I missed you. All right. So, let me double check. Tio Rio, now I've got you in line. All right. Hello, Creams Tea. Carrie, would you like on A? There we go. Creams Tea, 0, 0, 0 up to 36. This is a no monetary. This is a door prize where I'll mail you something. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check our numbers. So our numbers that we have here, we start with Gary Spikes, 0, 0, Julie, 0, 1, Eric, 0, 0, Little Twisted, 15, Denise, 13, Rosemary, 24, Kathy, 18, Anna D, 11, Midwest, 16, Tammy, 22, Woo Woo, number 9, Penny Van, 27, Julianne, number 0, 1, Liana, 35, Chio Rio, 21, Ane, number 3, Julianne, number 0, 1, Penny Van, number 27. Last call. Do I have everybody? And Nilda slides it in at the last minute for number 11. All right, here we go. Last call. And we got 5. Number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1. And the wheel is spinning. So the first number is, for Twisted, number 15, number Little Twisted. Can you pull it off? Let me adjust the camera here so you can see the wheel a little better. All right, Twisted, number 15, right? 15, and it is number 7, red. Number 7, red. All right. Denise says 13. All right, Denise, 13. 13. Here we go, Denise, 13. 13. 13, Denise, can you do it? And it is number 20 black. All right, Denise, 20 black. All right, here, let's make sure I click on the right comments. All right, Rosemary, number 24. Eric, Eric says, I'm going to hit double zeros. All right, Eric, let me adjust the camera so you can see the wheel a little more. All right, Eric, double zeros. And it is on number 35 black. 35 black. And there it is, 35 black. All right. Julianne, 01. 01, Julianne. Can you do it, Julie Ann? Can she come in?
And slide and steal the prize. 01, Julianne. And it is number
9. All right, Gary. Gary Spikes, double zeros. He says double zeros on green, all in. Double zeros all green. Gary's all in on double zeros. And it is number 26 black. Oh, come on. Rosemary's. Yes, I got you in line, Rosemary. Rosemary 2424. Can she get it, ladies and gentlemen? As she comes around the corner, as she comes.
Putting 100 on number 15.
There we go. Yes. Well, Peter is getting excited, and it is 28 black. Yeah, I feel Peter's excitement, so yes.
Oh, yeah.
Kathy, 18.
Roulette, yes.
Yes, I know, right? All right, Kathy, number 18. Can you do it, Kathy? Can you bring it home? I've got something nice for Kathy. And is it 35 black? All right, Kathy. Anna. Now, wait a minute. Where is Rebecca? I don't even see Rebecca. She's supposed to have 2 spins. Anna D.
Slot machines.
Yeah, right. All right, Rebecca, or Anna D. She says 11. And it is number, it just landed on 11. And now it's on 15 black. All right. Midwest. Can Midwest do it for number 16? Number 16, and it goes to, oh man. And it is, ladies and gentlemen, number, and it spins, and it is, can it stay? Can it row? And it is number 14, Brett. Tammy Johnson goes to number 22 again, ladies and gentlemen. Can she stick on 22? And let's see where it goes. And it rows on black. Now it goes to green. Then it goes to black. Number 14, 35 black. And it sticks on 35 black. All right. Woo woo. All right. Number 9, woo woo. All right. Woo woo. Woo Rider. Number 9. Sounds like a Beatles song when you play it backwards. Yes. That's what I say, Peter. All right. And it is number 31 black. All right. Penny Van, 27. All right, Penny Van, 27. And it is black, red, and it is red 3. All right. Julianne, she comes in with 01. Can she get 01? All right, here. She says 25 on 1. You know, it's not monetary if their AI is listening.
I had no idea we opened a casino.
Yeah, 26 black. All right. Liana, 35. All right, Liana, 35. And it is all over. Look at that. Look at the energy on that. Whoa. What in the world, Liana? Oh. It hit it twice and went to number 2. I can't believe that, Liana. Chio Real says 21. Here we go. 21. Well, look at that one spin. 21, ladies and gentlemen. 21. And where's it going to go? 21. It's number 25, 35 black. It sticks. All right. Ane, number 3, she says.
Have you been holding back from me, Chris, with the gambling?
number 3, Ane. And it hits 3, not once, but twice. Does it return? 34, right next to number 3. All right, Julianne. We already hit Julianne. So let's go to Penny Van, number 27. 27. It hits 22. It hits 2. And it landed on 2 black. Nilda. All right, Nilda says number 11. Rebecca, I hope you got your number up because you're next. All right. Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. Nilda says number 11. It hits 35. It hits 11. It sticks on 20. It moves to 26. It moves to 30. Oh, look at that. Right next to 11. Look, I'll spin it just to see where you can see it. Right next to 11, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Rebecca. Where is Rebecca's number? She says 17. All right, Penny Rumble, I got you. I see number 5. Let me mark it. Rebecca says number 17. Here we go. 17, then Penny. All right, Rebecca, 17. Can she get it? She gets 2 spins. Rebecca, do you want the same number twice? It is number... Oh, it hit 17 and landed on 30. All right. Rebecca, do you want 17 twice? 17 once, 17 twice. Here we go. 17 twice. All right. All right. Whoa. Did you see that? What? And it actually was on 17. It now went to 16. All right. Rita 20, Skywalker, and we'll wrap up. All right. Here we go. Then we got Penny Rumble. All right, Rita 20, then 5 Penny. All right, here we go. And number 4 Black. All right, Rita. And where is Skywalker 11, then Penny Rumble. All right, Skywalker, we'll hide and see bitte meine Freundin. Guten Tag. And it is number 4 Black. All right, Penny. Can you, Penny, be the lucky one for the show and take something home for everybody? Can Penny do it, ladies and gentlemen? Can she do it? All right, Penny, can you do it for number 5? Can she do it, number 5? Can she do it? And it is number 30 red. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end, the story of my life, right? Yes. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, Peter, welcome.
Yes,
nice to have you, Peter. Yes.
Yes,
so, what
do you also have slot machines in this casino?
So I actually was going to buy a slot machine and put a camera on it, but I was like, how can I differentiate prizes for that?
Exactly.
Right. And the slot machine I was going to buy was like $1,000. I was like, this is a really nice slot machine, right? Yeah. It's like, but everyone has a different prize. And I was like, well, so I bought the roulette wheel, which was a real nice one. It's actually wood and brass.
Nice.
So yes. Yeah. And it's really nice. So welcome, everybody. Round of applause. Nice to have everybody tonight on the show. Welcome. So we have VIP tonight. Grizzly, you missed 4 p.m. Look, we can go all night. So we try to do it in the very beginning of the show. So a couple of minutes of the show. So you got to come early, click them on. So yes. So what we got going on tonight?
Well, tonight we actually have a very special guest. This is a woman that I met quite a while ago. Her name is Theresa Connolly-Sider. And Theresa and I actually have developed a Cosmic Tea Hour 999 on Sundays every 2 weeks. And Theresa is gifted in many, many areas, too many to numerous to mention, all of them, but she's a psychic medium. She is a crystal jewelry creator. She is a trans mental teacher, and she is an energy healer. And this woman is incredible. I met her through a mutual friend of ours, and she was on a podcast that I had witnessed, and I said, my God, this woman is very gifted, and I'd like to have her on the program. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on my co-host from another podcast that we will eventually have you on also, besides this show. But I'd like to bring on Theresa, and what can I say? This woman is gifted. She was given many gifts from God, and I consider her to be a very dear friend.
Theresa, come on down. Welcome there. How you doing?
Hi, everyone. How are you doing tonight?
Wonderful. So introduce yourself.
Hi,
And
everyone.
give
How are
us a
you
little
doing?
background on you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I'm really glad to be with you both. Peter, what a wonderful introduction that was. I love working with you. I've actually worked with Grizzly a couple times now, and I love being here with you guys. We always have a lot of fun on the show, and it's never the same show twice.
So I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, we talked before the show, and I was like, so Theresa, I was like, do you remember what you said last year? Was it last year? Wasn't it? Or was it this year?
No, it was this year. It was earlier.
It was this year. I was like, do you remember the rating you gave me? And she's like, yes. And I was like, everything that you said is coming to fruition. Everything. And it's like, it's just, I'm speechless. So
I'm really excited because I was tapping into when we were having our conversation. I had named some locations that kept repeatedly coming to me, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm in the middle of developing some stuff right now in those exact locations," and I could feel the energy of it bubbling there, and I was like, "Can I be a part? How do I get inspired to be a part of it?" Like, I'm very excited to see what you've got going on over there.
Yeah, it's just astonishing, right? Because, when I talk to people about Peter and Kelly and everybody, it's just like nobody is never wrong. And the accuracy is so high, it's unbelievable. And I try to tell people when I do readings, it may not resonate now. And I tell them, just think about it because it usually comes to pass later. And they don't understand that right away, right? Just
right.
Like you were telling me about an individual, and I was like, I gave you some pictures that I thought it could be, and you're like, nope. So that has not passed yet, and I know in the future that person will cross my radar. However, you have to be open and just be aware. Just because somebody tells you something, and it does not mean something now. That does mean it can happen on your radar down the road. So I just wanted to tell everybody that because they do like some feedback when somebody does give you that kind of information. So I just want to let everybody know. I just thought it was astounding.
Yeah, feedback is good because it lets you know like where you're at with the person, and as you continue to develop relationships with them, it evolves. Like when you were naming the numbers and all the names for who was associated to the number, Rosemary put in 24, and I could feel her energy from here. Like we're not even at the readings part yet, and I started already writing out my notes for Rosemary. You can't see my notebook that great with my background, but I've already got notes. Like I am so ready.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am clicking on your names as we're going. So just beware. I am paying attention. So I am putting everybody in line as we are talking. So just bear with me. So welcome everybody, and welcome Theresa. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you.
So absolutely. Nice to be back. And for everybody that's new on the show, welcome. I usually go through and welcome everybody. However, we usually don't do drawings on this show, but the last show we had a few, and I wanted to extend some drawings and door prizes. So welcome. So you're interesting, and I actually had some. I call them prophetic visions, and mine are very strange. Because I'll be talking to somebody or I will see something and I will just like zone out and I will see images and they usually come true. And I had some on you. And of course, we'll develop that as we go. Welcome, Susan, and everybody. But Peter cracks me up. And I always tell people, if you ask Peter something, just be crazy. Because Peter, I still talk about you at the doctor's office. About you're sitting there and that lady's like, what's wrong with you? Something's wrong with you. And you're like, what? You're sitting there talking to yourself. I'm like, what did I do?
I love Peter. I love working with Peter. I love being friends with Peter. He makes me laugh all the time. And the conversations that we get into can go anywhere at any point in time. And that's one of the things that inspired me to be on the podcast with him, because we get into conversation. The solar flares, Atlantis, Lemuria, I had this vision, I had this feeling. What do you think about it? And we ping pong off each other constantly.
You never know where you're going to go with him.
That's true.
I mean, you never do. I mean, you'll start out talking about something, and next thing you know, you're like way over here, and next thing you know, you'll be talking, and he'll be like, "My guides are telling me," and you're like, "What the hell, Peter? Where'd that come from?" You're like, "I don't know. My guides are just telling me." It's just like,
somebody asked me recently when
here we go.
Yeah. So they said, "Who are your guides?" And I said, "My guides are spirits, they're angels, and they come to me." One woman said, "Do they come to you when you're sober or after you've had a couple of drinks?" And my answer is, I don't drink. So they come to me during the evening hours and during the day. But my guides, we all have them. They're all appointed to us before we incarnate in this physical incarnation. And I just wanted to let everybody know, if anybody's ever wanting answers or they need assistance, just call on your guides and they will be there for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that's very important.
And asking from your heart rather than ego. Some people get into a headspace and expect that the answers are going to come when they're stuck in their head or they're paralyzed in fear, and it's going to permeate. And it's not that source or angels can't reach you and you're afraid, but it's how you hear the message, the openness towards what you're hearing, how you're hearing it. So we need to be able to keep an open space inside to let the message come into us. So when we ask from our heart, we're asking from a place of confidence and almost like humbleness or surrendering to source to say, I don't know the answer, but I know you know the answer, and I'll hold space to receive. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Virgil. Nice to have you. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But it's interesting because, like we say, when it comes to Peter, you'll be just having a good conversation. Next thing you know, it's just like, and it's gone. And you're like, what the hell? Did we just change subjects? Or, and I was telling somebody the other night, I don't know if it was Anne or somebody else, it's like, if you're talking to Peter and you got secrets, or something in your closet, it is coming out, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming out. So,
I did tell you what happened to me, didn't I? I don't remember. I remember being in a restaurant. I went out to dinner with a friend of mine, and I was in a restaurant, and at that time, I still was having a little wine, and I looked to a woman. She was sitting next to me, and her boyfriend or husband was sitting next to her. And I turned around. I don't know why I did it, Chris and Theresa, but I said, congratulations to her. And she looked at me like I was some type of, kook that was let out of a psychiatric ward. And she said, may I ask why you were congratulating me? And I said, well, your spirit guide just told me you're pregnant. Well, she turned 3 shades of red. And she looked at me and she said, why do you think we're out tonight? I brought my husband out to surprise him. Well, I
remember this story.
His box and I said it too early. And her husband was absolutely thrilled, but he didn't want it coming from me. He wanted it coming from her. So I'm going to be very careful about what I say and how I say it. But most people take it as a grain of salt, and they love what I do. But yes, on a professional level, I've become very, very cautious about disseminating information. But I also wanted to tell you this, Chris. I know from my guides, even now, they have brought me back to work with you because the guides keep on showing me where you were going and how you were going to be getting there.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
The books and the shows and the awards and all of this, you are going to be, if you're not already known internationally, you are going through a lot of changes. Your guides, your angel guides are working with you. and the shows are going to grow and grow and grow. And I see you having a network, and I see you actually working with FBI, CIA, and other law enforcement groups. So you're
It
well on
almost
your
feels
way.
like a net. Like
Yes.
the network feels like it's pulled in so many different directions. And he's been working on the net. I know you asked me, Chris. You're welcome. Grizzly. Peter got to give his info. So it's like a net where you see it. So you've been working on it. So 13 years is coming to mind. 13 years. This has been in the works. One thread to the other. And you're almost about to put the final piece into something, like sinking it in, and then it's going to be like boom, expansion all the way out, all over the place. And you could see that it's not just one place of a starting point with a bunch of threads out of it. It's actually like point threads, point threads, point threads, connecting at different places. So you're actually setting things up in different locations. But I don't want to say more than that for fear I might be like Peter.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I learned my lesson. Yes. Yeah, but even today, what I'm realizing more and more, Theresa and Chris, is more and more we are desperately, at least I know I am, we're all coming together, all light workers and all of the people I know that are very much into energy working. And we're actually coming together globally to elevate the energy level on this wonderful planet. And because we're going through so much on political level, I mean, I believe the election is coming up in November, unless I'm wrong. I think it's in November. But anyway, I have so many people calling every day, anxious, worried, depressed, not knowing where we are heading, if we are going to be losing this country, wonderful country of ours. We just celebrated the 4th of July. So I know coming on this program, people are definitely looking for answers. They want us to alleviate their anxiety, their fears. And it's amazing to me of how many people are really now starting to come into the awareness that there is something even greater than ourselves. Because in the true consciousness globally on the cosmic level, we are all inextricably connected. We are not separate from one another. We are all connected. And that's what you and I are working on together on the podcast, and also Theresa and myself.
I feel like there's just such a big shift in energy that's coming in. And much like where you park your car at night, where we park ourselves in dimension and frequency is how we're going to handle the things that are coming in next. Conversation Peter and I had this week is how the solar flares are affecting people. And we're used to doing in order to be grounded. So, I mean, there's different levels. The more physically inclined you are, you look for the physical path to hold you down. And if you're looking from a physical perspective out on the terrain, it might be uneasy because different things are radically shifting and moving around. And if all you really identify with is the physical, of course, it's going to look chaotic. But the more you lean into that energetic or that spiritual, you'll see the ground that is actually going to give you comfort and awareness, where you could actually be rooted in, is non-physical, because the non-physical, although changing equally rapidly, it's a different type of being rooted. It allows you, if you're present and you're in the now and you're rooted, you're going to be willing to accept the flow and go where the flow leads you and trust that it's going to lead you to the highest, best place for you, as opposed if you try to stand in the physical and still be able to find footing. It's going to be harder to find footing if you feel disconnected from the spiritual.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
as Peter's saying, like doing all these readings for people, what I encourage people to do is just spend 5 minutes doing breath work. Just take deep breaths in, say, I'm connected to source. Source is me. I am source. I'm breathing. I'm here. I'm listening. I want to be guided. When we come into that when we hold an inner space where we can receive and we're merging, because everything that we want to connect to is already there inside of us. It's just about bringing it up to the conscious space and using that to navigate our realities. And there's big shifts that are coming for everyone. This was meant to be a school. This was meant to shift in vibrational frequencies. And as the powers that be continuously evolve and us as individuals and collectively evolve, of course, things are going to change. And as we come into a place of ascension where the energy gets higher, things keep moving faster and faster. So there's going to be more intense polarity or more intense things until we find a way to level out. And the way that we navigate that is being very good or very in tune with ourselves and therefore source. And then we know how to move with others.
John's asking, could these energy shifts cause nervousness?
Very much so. That's a big factor of them.
Very, very much so. I also wanted to convey to your viewing audience this, which I have found very important. With the solar flares and the energy changes astrologically, and I've been working with people that are on high vibration. We all have high vibrations, but every day I'm finding out more and more about the energy of our thinking. And so many people are calling me and saying, how the heck do I change my life? You see my astrology natal chart. How do I change my life? And I said to them, tell me what is happening and what issues you're confronting. And they tell me, and then I say, have you ever thought of changing your thinking? Now, a lot of people think changing your thinking is a bunch of bunk and it won't do anything. But I want to convey to everybody, our thoughts are energy. They are very strong energy. So if you want to change your life tonight or tomorrow, get up, forget about the old script, and start writing down what you want to change in your life and hold to the truth, because we were created by the most incredible, brilliant energy force in the universe, which was God. And we are all supposed to have what we want. And in order to do that, we have to change our behavior, we have to change our thinking, and we have to visualize attracting whatever positive relationships we want, abundance. So Theresa and I and Chris can get on these wonderful podcasts and talk, but until you're ready to change and you're ready to give up the old paradigm and the old negative behavior, your life is not going to change.
I think, if I may, Grizzly. So for me, what I see with people or how we're interacting is that as teachers, because we are so accustomed to the information, there's also where we're so accustomed to the information that we speak in a language that we've become, that reflects what we've become accustomed to. But when you are new to something, you want to take the one big step that seems ominous or scary, or you don't know what it is, and you want to make micro steps out of it. My life quality does not reflect who I am, or it used to fit me, but now it no longer fits me. I feel like things are changing. I could feel things that I've never felt before, but I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what they are. Like, there are some people who are really working from ground zero and saying, this is where I'm at in my life, and all these things are going on, or I'm suddenly seeing visions. I'm suddenly more in touch with the paranormal. I'm suddenly drawn to this, or where do I go? I feel like my life is a mess. And what I explain is that as we arise in vibrational frequency, we're going to be that much more in tune with our truth. So like Peter with astrology, when we go through I'll use a Saturn retrograde as an example. When we go through a Saturn retrograde, what that retrograde does, it says, if you're in alignment with your truth, you're not going to be hit so hard. It's not going to feel as intense with the Saturn retrograde. But if you're not in alignment with your truth and you've been living based out of who you think you are rather than who you are, or some identity that you were taught to hold on to, that you've used to define you, whether that's been through a marriage or your parents or your children or your job, there's some kind of ideology around your personhood that if it doesn't align truly with your true self, your life's going to drastically change. And when it starts changing, that's when we start realizing. So if we could get grounded just in the moment, take the breath and say, you know, this is a whole new way of living, this is a whole new life for me, I'm interested to see what these changes are. That's the baby step. That is the micro step that we can use to start walking ourselves into the new changes that Peter is talking about. It's one thing to say, I'm going to change your life. It's another thing to say, how do I change my life? And then say, well, it starts with me just holding space to let that source show me what's true and see myself if that's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. About 2 years ago, I met a woman. I won't mention her last name, but her first name is Judy, and she channels the seventh dimension. Now, I am fascinated with the dimensions because Nikola Tesla, who was a brilliant inventor, talked about the different frequencies and tuning into the frequencies. And like with a radio, if you don't like a specific radio channel that you're listening to, you change it to a higher frequency. In our cosmic realm, there are different levels, frequencies, and some people really enjoy the lower frequency. A lot of people I meet are so thrilled with having everything negative happen to them. If something positive happened to them, they wouldn't know what to do about it. So we do live in a cosmic level. We live in a cosmic world where if you want to tune into another frequency, and how you do you tune into the frequency? I have found more and more spiritual people talking about joy. They get up in the morning, they love others, they want to help others, they want to help their neighbor, they go out, they have a smile on their face, they compliment people. We're here to love. We are here as beings to love. And as Theresa and I have been talking also behind the scenes, how can we help people not only change their lives, but their philosophies? Because, yeah, we're inculcated from childhood through our school systems to believe a lot of negative propaganda. And I don't know about the two of you, but when I was 12 or 13, I got fed up with the school was teaching me. I have to this, I have to do this. I mean, I got to the point where I grew up during the 60s of the rebellion during the Vietnam War. And I had the long hair and whatever. But what I wanted to say is we are each the creators of our own reality. And collectively, as Theresa was talking about, we are going through a lot of changes right now. And I do have to say, we've got to watch what we say, how we say it. And we also have to be very discriminating about what do we want. Because the universe and the guides are just telling me, you said, oh, here come the guides. The guides are saying to me, we have to create a positive paradigm to reflect and to show people how we can change our environment. And the most important thing that we need to be very cautious about and loving towards is this planet. We're destroying the planet right now. We have been destroying it. And believe it or not, and I'm going to throw something else here. I don't know if anybody's heard of avatars or walk-ins. Has anybody
Yes.
heard? All right. We have more avatars and more walk-ins coming in from other galaxies to help us preserve and save this planet. And more of them. There's 144,000 master guides that are connected to the cosmic universe. So we are getting help, but this is why we are doing these wonderful shows, because people are talking about, and I see under the subtitles, people saying they're depressed, they're anxious, they're worried. We are all going through it. All of us are going through it. But let's collectively work together to change.
One of those things that you and I spoke about even this weekend is leaning into the tools that we were taught. My background is I got baptized as a Buddhist 13 years ago, and I learned all these different modalities through my teacher about how to navigate different energy shifts. So when I start to feel like Saturday, to me, Saturday felt like energy was all over the place.
Yes.
There was, the path that there was get grounded and just focus on love, because everything else is an illusion. So if there's 27 different points of energy shooting all over the place, and I'm not using that exact number, I'm just saying in general, if the energy is crisscrossing, developing, what I compared it to was when waves are churning, it's pulling up old stuff, it's taking in new stuff, it's doing what it needs to do to bring us to where we are meant to be. So it's the same thing with energy. So when energy gets a little funky, instead of saying, oh, it's funky, and we're fixed on the negative, we have to say, well, it's changing to suit my benefit, because
Yes.
the way that we think about things, or the way that we pinpoint things, will determine how those things have an outcome. So even speaking about the planet, what I say, or what I've been taught, is focusing on the strengths of the planet. Isn't it amazing how we're on a literal rock that's hurling through space, and yet the force field that's around us allows the solar system to not eat us up like it did to Venus? And isn't it amazing that the ocean cleanses itself, and that the wind does this, and that the coral reefs do that, and the fish do this, and there's so much adaptability, power, and strength to our planet? If we come to a place of honoring it, we'll shift focus from destroying it, and honoring and love. When we're thinking about vibration and dimension, there's a level of consciousness. It's like, even though love is who we are naturally, it's almost ironic that what we need to remember is the love. So when we love the planet, when we love ourselves, when we love the planet, when we love each other, we move through life differently. But when we're inflicted with a type of survival mode from bygone energy that's now being shifted out of here, which is something that we're all feeling, as that energy is running out, it's almost like if you take food coloring and you put it in a glass, only a few drops of food coloring will keep that water blue. It takes a lot more water to run through that glass to clear it out from these ratios. So it's like, right now, all the food coloring is running out and things are running pure. And people who are energetically sensitive, the more sensitive you are, the more you're feeling that process. But you have to keep your eye on the love, and that you are part of the solution, and you being happy puts you in a higher vibration. But then also you impact the global collectiveness with your positivity. And that's what's really important right now.
Yes.
That's how we're making it through the shifts that are happening.
Absolutely. Very well said, Theresa.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So even this week, I was even noticing a shift, and I'm fighting it. I've been dealing with health issues. They're not major, thank God, but I'm realizing that the shift, I'm feeling it in my body. I call it my corporeal vessel, my physical body, and my incorporeal vessel, which is my divine body. But I'm letting go of a lot of things. The other thing I also wanted to say is this. I've been finding out more and more going out shopping of all the chemicals that I am eating from my food, which scares the daylights out of me. I'm eating things that I don't even know about, and my body is actually rejecting them. It's fighting it off. But there are hidden sugars, and salt and other chemicals. I don't want to go into a long dissertation with this, but we are going through changes on a physical level, emotional level, spiritual level. And what really forced me also is I've got a lot of clients that have more money than God. They're not happy. They're sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars. They're not happy. They're looking for answers. And I said, money does not buy happiness. So we are definitely on a cosmic level. The energies are shifting. The vibrational levels are shifting. Even the other thing I wanted to say to you, I went out today, a short period of time to get some fresh air, and I was actually connecting with the trees and nature. We have to get back to communicating with nature, with God, with the little squirrels, with deer, whatever. I mean, we're all part of this planet and we're all coexisting together. So I'm finding more and more as I grow spiritually with you, Theresa and Chris. I'm finding more and more that I am getting in touch with the smaller things in life, the simpler things in life. Being grateful every day I get up and I see the sun, or I see the moon, or I see the trees, or if I look at a flower. The simple things in life is what we are here to enjoy and to share with one another. And I may sound like I'm a little eccentric or whatever. I'm not a little, I'm a lot. But I really believe that this is the trajectory. And we have to be grateful for everything that we have in our lives.
Yeah, and it's a habit. The way that we come to that place is as we begin to take on a new way of being and thinking. We're so automated in the old that small, consistent steps will get you further than big leaps that are hard to maintain. So, like, even what you were saying, like the trees have been here for so long, you know, with old or new. They are a species to their own. So instead of it's the simple things or it's the small things. They hold the consistency of love. Animals hold the consistency of love. We have this wonderful super conscious that we have been imbued with, but also mixed up into that amnesia that we come in with, and all these different, like you were saying earlier, with avatars and walk-ins. There are so many different beings throughout the time-space reality, throughout all these different galaxies, and their intentions are all different. So as you know, as we are navigating, Earth is very attractive to a lot of different types of beings.
Yes.
So we are navigating what that looks like on a daily basis, whether we're tuned in or not. And it all has some kind of cause and effect. And a lot of times what people look at as a physical thing is actually just a spiritual or an energy thing. Like, this is not my body. I am Theresa, the soul, living as Theresa, the body. But I am not Theresa, the body. When I'm done with this life, my soul's just going to be like, bye, everyone. And it's leaving, you know? So.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes. I love doing that at night. I listen to Tesla, or I listen to Louise Hay or Wayne Dyer, and I go into a REM sleep, and then I find my etheric body hovering over my physical. And when I go into that state, I look around and say, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's so wonderful. Because in all truth and reality, our true existence is perfect. This is a nightmare that we're going through, or a dream, depending on how you want it. Some people would label it a nightmare, other people would label it a dream. But we are all going through this, and we have to decide what realm we want to live in and how we want to get there. But I believe ultimately, Theresa and Chris, that we are here. Yes, this is school, and we are all working to go home.
Can I ask you, Chris? Peter has mentioned a couple times about listening to the Tesla Music 369.
Yes.
I don't know if you have taken him up on that, but in my experience, he reminded me to do it last week. The first night, I slept amazing. I woke up getting so many, like, I got different messages and I put them into action right away. Night 2, slept like a baby, messages right away. So, I mean, every night I went to sleep, I was waking up with messages on top of messages.
Really?
And I was like, where is this all? Like, where did I tap into when I'm getting these messages? So ever since Peter has bestowed this wisdom upon me, we've been sleeping to the Tesla 369, together apart, but together. And it's been really impactful for the past week. It would be cool to see our audience, you test it out, see if you guys have experiences like us, and where does that take us as a group?
So I have a confession. My dreams are so prophetic and so realistic and come true. It scares me. So I take Prozocin so I don't dream. And I still dream and not as much. So somebody is trying to talk me out of that. But yeah, it scares me. I'm just,
I understand.
Yeah. So.
Well, if you maybe meditate to the 369, see what happens at the end of a meditation. You could try that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. I definitely will try that. Yeah. So, and ladies and gentlemen, if you don't understand what they're talking about, and if you can see what goes on in my head sometimes, you'd be like, damn. Because it's just unreal. And if you don't dream like that, and that stuff comes to reality, it's just mind blowing. Yeah, it's just crazy. So I know everybody, calm down. Everybody wants to see her in action. So the first one is Rosemary. Where are you? I know.
I was very excited for this.
Yes.
Okay, so Rosemary, there is big energy around you, girl. There's big energy in you. As soon as you tapped in 24, I was like, okay, Rosemary. So there's this big energy that's around you. Big stuff that is happening in your life, but about to happen. So the door, it's like almost like it's cracked open. And then all of a sudden, everything's pouring in like an avalanche, but you're also coming out. So I was wondering if you knew that you were moving yet, because I don't feel you being in the same location that you're in. I kept getting energy around your mother and around your husband, that you've been very influenced by these people, and there's going to be changes in those relationships. So a realization. I don't know if your mother is here or if she's crossed over, but there was an aspect of you that was so interlinked with your relationship dynamic with her. So I was feeling that there's like almost like a shedding that's taking place from your relationship with her. I don't know if she is here, if she's having health issues or not, but I see that there is a big shift between your mom and you, or if your mom has crossed over, that who you've become because of your mother, or stuff that you didn't sort out between you and her yet, is finally coming to be sorted. And then also with your husband, you are revamping yourself as an individual. So because you're revamping yourself as an individual, there is hey, I'm not the person that I used to be. I'm never going to go back to that person I used to be. This is who I am right here and right now. And you are not even aware yet of all the big shifts that are happening for you. You are moving your location, your job gone, your way of living, your house, your memories, all the old stuff, Rosemary. It's like this big sweep where it's like, that's not you anymore. That's not your life anymore. Yeah. So your mother and your husband, I'm reading the messages. You're saying both have passed. There was a person that you were through each of these people, a relationship dynamic that you had with them, and who you were when they were alive and here, and who you became because of their passing. That energy is gone now. It's old. It's being left behind. You are collecting yourself, your pieces, and you are moving town. And your life is starting over in this really big, powerful way. Your money is changing. Your life is changing. Your location is changing. I cannot tell you emphatically enough how your life is about to blow up in a positive way. You know, you're leaving behind a lot of old stuff. whatever you're ready, I'm so glad, because what I'm feeling right now is like this big breath of like like this humongous sigh of relief. So the stuff that you're around right now, it's old. It doesn't suit you anymore. It suited the person that you used to be, not who you are right now. And who you're walking into is a self that you don't totally know about yet, but you're ready to claim happy. And it has taken you a very long time to get to the point you're at right now, but you are finally ready for it. And the shift is so big that it's literally ripping through the cosmos right now. I am thrilled for you. I am so ready to see what your happy looks like. You're putting the pieces together. You're literally creating the next step that you walk on as you are walking. The power is undividedly in your hands right now for where you take your life and who you want to be. Karma neutralized, beautiful big open door. You are ready to walk into it, and as you're walking into it, it's walking to meet you. This time has been ready for you, and you have a whole smorgasbord of non-physical beings who are ready to help you make these changes and walk through the door. Woo! That was great. That was exciting.
Yes, it was.
I had all that energy pent up in me the whole time.
It's just like, so I drew a card, and it actually confirmed everything. And it talked about everything, all of her answers and her destiny and her journey. It's like, yeah, so it's spot on. So I was like, wow, absolutely. All right. Liana, where's Liana? Is Liana in the house or is she cooking? Liana going once, Liana going twice. We'll come back to you. So Liana, all right. Next up is Kathy A. Since Liana is not here, Kathy A. Kathy A, are you in the house? Yeah, I know, Rosemary, right? Sounds like a dream. Yeah. All right, Liana. Liana is here. There she is. She's I'm here. I'm here. Don't you dare.
Okay. So first things that come in with Liana are job and baby. I don't know if a baby boy has just entered your life. It doesn't necessarily need to be your own, but I see this strong image of a baby boy and I see conflict with job. So, changing the position at your job. You like your job in one, hold on. It's like you like aspects of your job, but I don't know about you liking everything at your job. It feels like shifting positions, doing something different. I don't necessarily see you moving to a new career right yet. I see you making changes within where you are already at. Like shifts within your relative and with your relatives and family, but it feels like you don't have a lot of family support. It feels like what used to be big feels kind of small all of a sudden, and you're finding your way of like all of a sudden you have to decide what your life looks like and where you're going, because it's not like people in the past led you. You've always been very strong-minded, but all of a sudden, these people who would normally give you input, they're not there to give you input anymore, or their input isn't resonating with you anymore. And there's a whole brand new path in front of you.
Uh-oh. She got zapped, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I wonder, well, the show must go on.
Yeah, so give her a second here.
Okay,
so, welcome. There she is.
Hi.
You got zapped for a minute.
Did I get zapped? Oh, yeah. Did everybody hear me or not hear me?
You just the last 5 seconds we didn't.
Oh, yeah. Okay. With the job, it feels like you like a lot of parts of it. Sometimes it can be stressful or back and forth. But I feel like there's like a promotion that's on the way to you. And then I'm curious to know who this baby boy is. If you've already had a child, you just had a child, or if this is your baby that's coming to you, a family member. It's a baby boy specifically. So that's what I'm getting right now.
Yes, Leanna, talk to us about this child. I think I am familiar with this, however it may be. Divulge this. I think, are you typing? I'm trying to picture her. I have a son.
I have a son. Are you
Okay.
trying to make a balance between your son and your job right now?
Right here.
Another thing too that I feel is like you have time for both, but like your son is like parenthood is such a big undertaking all the time to begin with, but your son is teaching you a lot of things that you didn't expect. So I see changes in your job to accommodate this child, and how, like, beforehand, before I knew he was your son, what I saw is that this child has a big impact on you. You're learning a lot of things through this child, and you're doing like a healing process through this child, because he's hitting you with things that you didn't expect to see or understand. Your level of awareness is increasing or expanding because of his presence in your life.
Interesting. Yes. Very good. Next up, Kathy A. Kathy A. She says that's absolutely correct. She's a phenomenal woman, and I love her energy. I always love reading Liana. So, yes, Kathy A. She says, I am here. So, yeah. I love Kathy A.'s energy. Wonderful.
Hi, Kathy. This is a very sweet energy. This is very different. This is like beautiful, cute little house with a bunch of flowers and like white chirping birds, and it's very serene and peaceful. The whole transition of energy is completely different. And Peter, I'm totally sorry. I didn't involve you in any of these readings.
No, I'm listening. For once, I figured I would relax. I'm sipping my water. Go for it. You're doing a great job.
So with Kathy, are you looking into retirement, or are you looking into changing your pace of life or slowing down? Because I feel like there is this big waft of serenity that's coming to you. There used to be things that like were under your skin or that you held on to, and you just had this like, you know what? It's not my problem anymore. I don't care. It's not a problem.
2 years. 2 years.
Your retirement may happen sooner than 2 years. Not for any negative reasons, but I see you just now that you know retirement is on the horizon. There has been a shift in you. There is just like, what I see is like this adorable house with all these different like outdoor tchotchkes, and then like a table and chairs. I see you sitting outside and relaxing outside, listening to the birds chirping, just being very zen. This is not entirely how you used to be. You tried as much as you could to find the time to relax, but relaxing didn't initially come easy to you. So the fact that you're here is a really big shift. And what I like most about your energy right now, Kathy, is that you're not worried. You're not worried about money. You're not worried about your house, about relatives, about people. Like, you have truly entered into this Zen state of being where you are relaxed, and it's creating these positive shifts around you. So the things that you were wanting, because now you've transcended into this more serene type of energy, are coming to you a lot easier now. But something had to happen for you to get there. There was like a break. There was a big life shift that happened, and you, in looking at it or experiencing the shift, said, you know what? It's not worth it. I stress too much. I worry too much. I get too upset about things. I want things to be perfect. I want them to be a great way. You care so much about everything, and then something happened, and in response to the something, you said, you know what? Not even from a challenged place, but from a realization place. It was more like, oh, okay, this is not how I want to live. I want to be serene. I want to relax. I want to be happy. I want the chapter of my life going forward to look different than what's behind me. And I see you letting go of relationships with people that troubled you or things that you used to hold on to, because I see there being some kind of a disconnect between you and your dad, like a spat between you and your dad, or something between you and your parents, more so your dad, that was like you were hanging on to for a while and you let it go. It just, these ideas shifted out of you and it all feels very relaxed.
So, what is a chasky?
What?
What's a chasky?
Oh, that's a Yiddish. That's a Yiddish term.
Oh, tchotchke, like
Yeah, what is that?
like an ornament.
Yeah, it's an ornament. Yeah, it's something you put on a shelf, a little like a figure,
like a figurine or
yeah,
decoration.
exactly.
I mean, I'm going to go on the scores. Where's y'all's tchotchkes at, mate?
I grew up hearing about
There's
tchotchkes.
indoor and outdoor tchotchkes too.
Yeah, correct.
What the? I mean, yeah. Denise is a knick-knack. I mean, where?
No,
What
what's
did
a
I just-
knick-knack? No.
A nick without a neck, or a neck.
I know what a knick-knack is. I mean, but a tchotchke, I mean, that sounds like something like a sandwich, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
A tasty sandwich at that.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What the hell? You gonna find a sandwich out in the yard? I was trying to like. Anyway, a
Well, sometimes
chasky.
people put like outdoor decorations. I see a very serene place of outdoor decorations. So if you
Well, just saying outdoor decoration, a chasky.
tchotchkes live in and out of the house. Okay, outdoor tchotchkes.
Outdoor tchotchkes.
See, I have them at the house in Florida backyard, angels and gnomes. See, outdoor tchotchkes. Those things help her feel soothed and relaxed. And now she sits outside in her beautiful backyard, sipping her beverages, relaxing. Kathy's new life is all about relaxation.
Hey, Grizzly, come over and take a report. Somebody tore up my tchotchkes.
Somebody took off with your tchotchkes. Oh my God. We need a tchotchke detective.
I was getting ready to Google it. I didn't know how to spell it.
You were.
Yeah. Rebecca says sounds like a dance. The tchotchke. Yeah, it's the tchotchke slide.
I was like, what the? Oh my Lord! I was sitting there. I'm like, what the hell's a tchotchke? You know, and just like, I'm glad Cara Berry's. I didn't know what it was either. And everybody just like, nobody said anything in the comments. I'm like, am I the only one that didn't know? I was like,
It's so nice to be able to enjoy the show by sitting back and relaxing. And you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job, Theresa.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
having a wonderful time. I love this.
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, we got a show coming up at 9:00 with Angela. So we didn't get you tonight. We'll definitely get you in line for that one. Just remind me, because I got CRS terribly. And don't talk about tchotchkes, because Angela would be like, do what? Anyway.
Even weirder is that tchotchkes begins with the letter T.
Yeah, I was like, Standing Stones, there's no way it's spelled that way. I was just about to say that.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I don't. Yeah, I'm not quite. My grandmother growing up used to talk about having her little figurine tchotchkes all over the place. And I figured, all right, do I have any tchotchkes? And she said to me, oh, all these little figures and all these little things on your desk and on your shelf, these are known as tchotchkes. So like tchotchke, it's not a dance. They're
yeah, right. That is hilarious. So there, Theresa, how does everybody find you and follow you there?
So my phone number is 631-759-1965. And I do a lot of work off of Instagram, actually, where a lot of people will message me there. I do readings through Instagram, Facebook, and then I also live in New York. So sometimes people meet me for readings, but I'm always available for a phone reading or to do a reading through Instagram or Facebook. So if anyone that didn't get a reading wants one or will be at the next show, Peter and I do readings on Cosmic Tea Hour. We do readings with Grizzly. There's readings everywhere. So if it didn't happen tonight, take a deep breath, connect to source, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, and just ask for Chosky, mate, you know. But yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And Theresa,
my Instagram is Z3N Shine. They just someone just asked me.
yes.
Z is in zebra, the number 3, N is in Nancy, shine like the sun.
Yes, and we will do that. And Peter and Theresa, do not go anywhere. Stay backstage, okay?
Okay.
You got it.
All right. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, Angela will be here tonight, and we'll soup you up there. And I will, ladies and gentlemen, we'll ask Angela if she knows what a chowski is.
Is it the Angela I know?
No, the runes Angela.
Oh,
she draws
my
runes.
Angela wants to be on your show, I think on the 16th.
Yes, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So stand by there, Peter, and you there, Theresa.
I'm going to be with my tchotchkes.
That is hilarious, right? So yeah, stand by here, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. 9 p.m. Godspeed. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Coming to a YouTube channel near you.